Virginia Field Biography. Virginia Field, born Margaret Cynthia Field, November 4, 1917, January 2, 1992, was a British-born film actress. Early years. An only child, born in London, her father was Sir John Field. He was the judge of Leicester County Court Circuit. Her mother was a cousin of Confederate General Robert E. Lee, and her aunt was British stage actress and director Oriel Lee. She was educated in Paris, Vienna, and the south of France, and then returned to England, where she studied for the stage. In Vienna, she acted for Max Reinhardt, and on returning to Britain she was given her first film role at age 16 or 17 in The Lady is Willing, followed by a Hollywood contract. Film. Field went to the U.S. to appear in David O. Selznick's Little Lord Fauntleroy, 1936. In the late 1930s she appeared in various parts in 20th Century Fox's Mr. Moto film series. Field played Kitty, a ballerina with Vivien Leigh in the 1940 film, Waterloo Bridge. In 1941, Field played Nell Gwyn in Hudson's Bay. Vincent Price was cast as King Charles II, and he wrote about the experience in his book The Book of Joe. I came up against my first animals, a whole litter of King Charles spaniels. But my competition was not the spaniels, who were indeed adorable, but the enormous bosoms of the young lady who played Nell Gwyn. They were of such robust and luscious proportions and her dress so low cut that in our big scene, in which we fondled the puppies on a great bed, she leaned over them so far that the censors cut the scene out of the picture. Television. During the Perry Mason series on CBS between 1957 to 1966, Field made 6 guest appearances. She played Irene Colero in the 1958 episode The Case of the Prodigal Parent. In both the 1960 episode, The Case of the Provocative Protégé, and the 1962 episode, The Case of the Polka Dot Pony, she played the murderess. In the 1964 episode, The Case of the Simple Simon, Field played the role of Mason's client and defendant Ramona Carver. She also appeared as Loda Langley in an episode of the ABC series The Rebel, starring Nick Adams. Field was a regular participant on Pantomime Quiz, and had the role of Josephine Dunning in the pilot for Meet the Girls, a comedy aired on CBS in August 1960. Recognition. Field has a star at 1751 Vine Street, Los Angeles on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, dedicated February 8, 1960. Marriages. Field married 3 times. Her spouses included actors Paul Douglas and Willard Parker. She and Douglas had a daughter, Margaret Field Douglas, born 1945. In 1947, she married Howard Grode, a composer and musician. Death. Field died of cancer on January 2, 1992. She was cremated and her ashes scattered at sea.